Hi, this is JP, founder of LeanWisdom. This last video we saw, we went through a small video about what is productivity, right? We learned that productivity is not utilization. Productivity is all about value delivery, right? So then the next question is, if productivity is value delivery, how do I increase my productivity, which is basically a value delivery? Can I focus on it? Why not? Agile is all about increasing value delivery, releasing a feature to customer much more faster, releasing value to customer much more faster, right? If you have been releasing a value to your customer once in 3 months, why not release a value to your customer maybe once a month, right? If you are already releasing once a month, and if your customer is expecting every, let's say, 2 weeks, why don't we deliver value in every 2 weeks, right? So that that is the productivity. Now, how do we increase this productivity? How do we make sure that our productivity is going up in terms of shorter cycle, shorter time to market, right? Value delivery, faster value to market. Let me give you some tips for increasing or improving your productivity. The first one is, don't work on multiple things, multiple items in parallel. If you have, say, 10 stories, don't work on 10 stories. Pick one story at a time. Pick one backlog at a time. Focus on one feature. If you are a safe program, if you are a safe team, even a program, the good thing to do is the whole program focuses on one feature at a time, not 10 features. At the end of the program increment, PI, you probably deliver 10 features. But should we focus on all the 10 features from the beginning? No. Focus on one feature at a time. Focus on one user story at a time as a team, right? That's the right thing to do. Because you're reducing, you're not focusing on utilization, it's reducing. Your value delivery will go up because the whole team is focusing on one item. They will deliver value much more faster because their focus is one. End of day 1, day 2, day 3, you will see the value getting delivered to product owners, business owners, product managers much more faster, right? So focus on value delivery by limiting work in progress. How do we know what is my work in progress? Is 1 the right number? Probably yes, probably no. I don't know the answer for your team, right? You need to figure out. How do you figure out? Limiting work in progress to as less as possible is the right thing to do. Now you figure out, if you're already working at the current sprint that you have worked on 10 stories in parallel, now can you go down directly to one story by limiting to one story? Is it possible? Probably no, right? And you have to go back and figure out how do we reduce it. But still I say go as less as possible. There's nothing wrong in trying out 1 or 2 stories at a time. Try with 1 or 2 one story or maximum 2 stories, right? And see what is the challenge. Try for a sprint, inspect and adapt. You inspect for a sprint, what is your value delivery? What is the limit of your work in progress? And after a sprint, you probably do a retrospective and see how do we tried with 1, did it work? What challenges we had? Should we increase it to 2, right? Or should we stay at 1? If you want to increase, try increasing and see if you can deliver value to user stories and see what is the benefit of doing it, right? And after 2-3 iterations, sprints, you will realize that yes, this is my work in progress limit WIP limit. Yeah, figure out what is your WIP limit and focus on it. Don't go beyond that number. Just by focusing on limiting your WIP, you will actually increase your value delivery. The cycle, the lead time cycle to much shorter time, right? If you have not practiced it, if you don't know, it looks crazy to you, you should try out. I'm sure you will get a good benefit. I have done several times in my consulting experience. Yeah. So one thing is focus on one thing at a time, one feature at a program level, one user story at a team level, or not more than 2, right? Don't go beyond that. Yeah. Now, if it is one user story or one feature, what is the next thing that you should focus? Make sure that feature is also small enough. Don't build a large feature. For example, search is a feature, right? So search, we should build a search feature. And if I start breaking that into user stories, I have search by name, search by author, search by title, there are 25 user stories below that one search feature. Now, should I build that as one big feature or should I start thinking about breaking into smaller? It's good to always have smaller batch. When I say batch, smaller product backlog, program backlog, team backlog. Okay? From program point of view, feature to be as small as possible, right? So, can I break this search feature into maybe a basic search and advanced search? And we will build basic search in this PI and advanced search in the next PI, right? That's another way. So what does it mean? Instead of building the entire search for 3 months or 6 months, you'll probably build one feature, a smaller one, in a month or so, and then you can release it to customer. You can take a feedback from customer. Hey, I've built completely the the basic feature, basic search. Do you want to look at it and then give me a feedback? Right? Product owners and product managers are waiting for you to give that value so that they can give you a feedback. Right? So the moment you have a smaller batch, it will lead to having a lot more collaboration with your business. Who are your business? Who represent your business? The first person who represents your business at the team level in SAFE is product owner. Every second day you go with the story and say that, hey, it is done. Do you want to give me a feedback? The customer is going to, the product owner is going to give you a feedback, not at the end of the sprint, on day 2, day 3, day 4. How great it is. What if product owner says, hey, this is not what I expected? You get to know on day 2, not on day 10. Right? Failing fast is a great thing. Right? That's a culture that we should build. So that's one part, right? Going to your product owner at the team level. Now, who is your customer representative at a program level? Product manager, right? Try to build the feature as soon as possible. How can you build one feature as soon as possible? The entire program focusing on one feature, if possible, right? If you can build that one feature, right, faster, and go to product manager and say, hey, product manager, we have built this, flexible search, right? The basic flexible search, and then do you want to give me a feedback in a sprint or 2? How is it? It's great that you will get a feedback from product manager, not at the end of the PI. You get a feedback at the end of the iteration, right? That's another great thing. So make sure that you collaborate with your customer much more faster by having small batches. Small batches mean small user stories and small features. Backlog in a smaller size. Yeah. Okay. So how do you define this? It's a small. You as a program should be able to build at least 10 features in one program increment, one PI, right? If you have only 2 or 3 features, that means you have large features. That the batch is pretty big. Yeah. The same way, you as a team, a Scrum team, probably should have 10 to 15 stories, right? In a sprint, in an iteration. So that one iteration you have 10 to 15 stories, you will see batch getting delivered much more frequently. Yeah, that's one thing. Okay, all that what we spoke till now is all about process change. Right? Limiting work in progress, focus on one feature or one story, having a small batch, going to product owner and product manager, business owner, take feedback. All these are process changes. Is that enough? It will give you results, definitely. You will see that there is some result that you get out of this, but this won't be enough. To increase this value delivery much faster, you start focusing on the structural layer of it. What is structural layer? How cross-functional is your team? Is the structure part. Right? How good is your team? By definition of Scrum, team should be cross-functional. Are they really cross-functional? Are they able to deliver value faster? Do you have a team which can deliver value? Right? Or do we need multiple teams to be working together and deliver value? Look at that aspect, right? This is a much bigger topic that we can further focus on one more video. But in short, don't focus only on a process layer. Also get into the structure part and see what is that I should change at a structure level and build a more cross-functional ability at the team level to deliver value faster to my customer. Yeah. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I would suggest that strongly to follow this and try this. Try in your teams. I'm sure you'll get results. I have done this several times, and every time I tried, I got great results. I'm sure you will also benefit out of it. Thank you for watching.